Hello, hello. Could you let me know if you can hear me on YouTube? Let's see. Oh, it connected. So now I just need to go live on Facebook. Going live a few seconds early. I'm gonna keep on going live a little bit early every time just to make sure that everything is working a-okay. You're now live. Ta-da! Hello, everyone. Let me put a little message on Facebook here. Can you hear me? Hello. Let's see. I see the mic is working. I think it's working. Hello. Please say hello in the comments. Hello, everyone. We are live. Da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, that's odd. Let's see. Uh, Hold on. Let's see. Am I not in the group? I think I am. Hold on. It's always something. Yeah. Well, just put that, and then let me put this inside the Facebook group. I thought it was all working too smoothly to be too good to be true. Let's see. Let me go do that. Okay, let's do this. And let's see. Do I see myself? Oh, yes, I do see myself in the group. Hooray! It is working. Pin to featured. I'm gonna do that. Hey, we are live. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Okay. So I pinned the live inside the EPP Society Facebook group. So we're up top in the features section. The live video is right there. And we're also here on YouTube where I can see all your live comments. Let me make sure I don't miss any comments from Facebook. So I will turn those on too so I can have an overview and go a little cross-eyed, but that is okay. So I see a whole bunch of you here. Yay! Oh, Nancy, early bird. Hello from rainy Western New York. So if this is your first time here, my name is Elise Beck, and you can see my website here below my chin. So in the beginning of the live streams that we do, we usually have everyone introduce themselves, send a comment, and share where they're joining us from. And lo and behold, you never know, you might meet a neighbor that's into EPP as well. Huh. Super fun, right? So we got Nancy's joining us from rainy Western New York. Anne's here. Hello. From Connecticut. And Janet's joining us from Nevada, toasty Nevada. It's hot there too, right? We have Hanne from Denmark. Hello. Love it. Oh, it's raining in Denmark too. Wow. And Lori's here from sunny Pittsburgh. And Nancy says, hope you're all having a super fine day. And Jalene's joining us from South Dakota. And I'm going to make sure I don't miss anyone on Facebook. Let's see here. I think I'm going across 3 different spots. Ah, I love a challenge. And then we have, let's see, Kim's joining us. Hello, Kim. And Katrine. And she says, yes, okay, you can hear me. Yeah, I was wondering if everybody could hear me okay. All right. And Susan's joining us from Canada. Let's see, Vida, Washington. Yay. Hello. And we have Rhonda's joining us from South Carolina. We have Tammy's joining us from Tennessee. First time watching all of your talents. Oh, we're so glad you're here. I think, are you the first one watching, joining us from Tennessee on one of our lives? I think. I don't think I've seen Tennessee before. Have we, friends? You would know too, right? Because you see everyone's introductions in the comment. Awesome. I always had a problem spelling Tennessee and Mississippi when I first came to the US. Like, how many S's? Let's see. And Anna's joining us from Hertfordshire in the UK. I hope I pronounced that right. I always pronounce townships, or is it town wrong? And then we have Julie's joining us from Louisiana. Robin from Virginia. And Anne says, yes, can hear you fine. And Dandy, love it. Oh, so we got some friends joining us on Facebook. We got Lucy from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hello. Let me like your comment. And Sue's joining us from Wake, Virginia. And then we have oh, a comment was hidden. Clara's from Italy. Ooh, hello. And Mariana is joining us from Florida. Hello. Awesome. So got lots of you joining us today. And who no guilt, no guilt trip at all. Who made all the pieces to prep for the homework for today? Give me finished in the comments if you were able to finish. If you just did one of the units, that's totally fine too, because then you'll know how to do it. Um, Go and let me know in the comments while I check out everyone else who's joining us here. Da. Oh, Lisa is joining us from South Dakota. Hello. And Allison is from steamy New Jersey. Oh, it's humid there. Ooh. Mm. I think I like the dry heat better than humidity. It was kind of humid here in Southern California for the past few days. It's been really nice and pretty and cloudy, so less hot, like burning sunlight hot, but very very sticky and humid. Kind of makes you like feel heavy, right? When it's humid, you'll ugh. So that's the feeling I've been finished. Oh, Hannah's finished. Oh, love it. Let's see. Pamela's joining us from South Carolina. Love it. Vida, yeah, just rub it in. Was vacationing in Hawaii. Yes. Lucky, lucky ducky. And I know Lucy, one of our EPP club members and regulars here, she's actually in Hawaii too, celebrating her granddaughter's 18th birthday. Happy birthday! Let's see. Oh, Susan, you didn't get any of your material yet, and the humidity is bad. Oh no! I hope it comes in soon. I know you ordered it already, right? Let's see. And Janet's finished. Woohoo! And Al says, I get a 0 for homework. Oh no, you get 1 star still for, thinking about it. There's no pressure to like, oh, I have to keep up every week, right? So that's the benefit of these lives. The replays are up there for you, so you can always come back when you have more time or when you're maybe taking a break from another project you're working on. So no stress. We just want to have fun. Less stress. Stress is not good for our creative health. So yeah, no stress, no pressure. And Lori is still gluing stuff together. Found fabric chalk to trace on black fabric. Oh yeah, that really helps a lot. Because it's hard when you try to trace with a pen on black fabric. You can't see anything. You know what, Lori too? I started to use a metallic silver gel pen on black and dark navy fabric, and that works really nicely too. I don't know which chalk you're using. I used a lot of tailor's chalk when I used to make garments on black fabric, and there's some that are more powdery, and there's some that are more waxy in residue. Just be yeah, mindful, because I learned the hard way. You put too much of that waxy stuff for marking, it leaves marking on the like a slight shadowing on the black fabric. So just don't do what I did. Like, oh, you're gonna mark it. Let's see. Oh, and Katrine is gluing the fabric. Okay, did it need it to be sewed too? No, just have all the pieces together, and I will show you a couple of different ways where you can sew those units together today, and I'll give you my reasoning behind it. So yeah, you did not have to have it sewn together, just to have your pieces prepped. So you're good, Katrine. And I love your 2-inch Lucy Boston. Have you guys seen Katrine's 2-inch Lucy Boston? It's like ginormous. I love it. Let's see. Nancy, sorry not started yet. This week is a science fiction convention in Buffalo. Ooh, I'm working at it. Wait. Science fiction convention. That sounds really fun, Nancy. Hope you get to share a little more about it. Oi, I mean sewing. Wait, is sewing the fabric okay? Do you mean sew basting? Oh, wait. Now I'm like confused. Let me know, Katrine. I think I got it before, right? We have our Richards joining from New Zealand. We've had a cold week with frost of -4 Celsius. Oh, 0 is freezing. 0 Celsius is freezing for all my Fahrenheit friends. So that's like below 32 Fahrenheit. That is cold. Ugh. But she said, he said, she said, Not sure what your first name is. It's warmed up this week to plus numbers and sunshine in the afternoons. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes. Oh, below zero. That is cold. And Laura is joining us from Ireland. Almost forgot about the live today. So glad I haven't missed anything. Oh no, we're just doing introductions and saying hello in the comments. And me making sure I'm not missing any of our friends on Facebook. Sally Ann's joining us from Hampshire, UK. Karen from Folsom, California. Deborah! Yeah, you're joining us from Facebook today. Love it. We have Maria from Massachusetts and Natalie from Belgium. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So let me switch my camera view. Let's see here. Let's switch to that one. Oh, okay. Yes. So that way my head's not in the way. So I have my pieces prepped. Remember the units we're doing were 6 honeycombs and 4 squares. And we're making 4 of these units for your block, right? For your one Lucy Boston block. Oops, let me move that down a little bit. So this is what you should have prepped. This times 4. And times 4. Times 4. So this times 4, right? So basically what I meant by different ways of sewing these units together, let me show you my wonderful coloring page here. I was like, let me draw it out. Might make more sense. So what you can do, let's say you're just doing solids and a random print like I have here, right? Then what you could do is start sewing one honeycomb and one square together. So it's gonna look like this. Like that. And the logic behind this is that when you put these together to sew, you just follow this straight edge right there. And then when you open it up, you got this big, long, straight side to connect the next honeycomb, right? Like so, the opposite one. So that's one way you can do it. Personally, my brain kind of goes off in a different direction sometimes. And I just like to have all my pieces together, kind of like when you do a hexagon flower. So you have the center hexagon and the 6 hexagon petals, right? I just like to have all the petals sewn to the center hexagon just so that they're in their spot and I don't lose track. So same for these. I much prefer just to have 3 and 3 sewn together, and then assuming these are not fussy cut, then I'll just have these loosely and I can come and fill in the gap, right? But if you are fussy cutting, let's say you have some intricate design inside your squares that you need to line up more accurately, then I would go this way, these units. See, this 1, 2, 3, and this would be the 4th unit here. Like that's combined. Ooh, I can't draw. Like so. And then you only have 2 honeycombs that you need to fill in the spot. Okay, so a couple of different ways. I always say, if you haven't done either, experiment, see which one works better for your brain, because all of us, we like to piece our units together slightly differently, which is totally fine, especially because these don't require that you stay to a specific order for it to look okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do it like this. So I'll show you how you can do the units. Let me grab my thread. And remember last week we went over basting the squares, right? So we want to make sure that all the sides seam allowances, nothing is sticking out. Let's focus camera. Hello, there we go. Okay, so see, I don't have any little tails. I'm gonna bend it a little bit like so, sticking. Oh my god. Let me undo this. So I'm gonna exaggerate. This is not what you want, okay? We don't want little tails and bits sticking out. Try to keep it as neatly as possible, the whole square. That way when you're sewing these units together, paying a little extra attention to when you're basting these squares, although they're super easy, right? Come on, like it's a square. What could be so tricky? But we want to make sure that the seam allowances are staying flush with the sides of the square. Okay, so it's a square with no little tails or funny bits sticking out. Okay, so I just glue that one down again. So now I can come. So we can do it this way, And if you need to you have the coloring page, so if you need to refer to it, you can do it as well. And you can just lay it out and be like, oh, okay, I just flip that over. And now I can sew these two together. Like so. Remember, first stitch, always take a second stitch, knot around the needle, take the thread, and basically wrap it around. Hold the wrapped part down towards your template and just pull your needle through, and you got a nice knot there securing it, okay? And now I can keep on sewing. And if you just joined the sew along, I wonder if I put the week 2 blog up. If not, the week 1 blog is week 1 replays up on the blog. Let me double check I published live on the second video. And this is the 3rd week that we're meeting for the Lucy Boston sew along here. Let me just sew that real quick. And you can catch up anytime you like. Let's see. Oops. I think I wrapped the corner. If you do, just pick it back up. There we go. Let me take a quick peek, see if everyone has a question. Anyone? So everyone's okay? Oh my gosh, and I've seen so many progress photos showing up in the group. I couldn't keep track of who I added to the guide. So I was like, okay, let me go over it again. So I'm gonna double check, make sure I didn't miss anyone, and I add all your posts to the Lucy Boston guide. And if you want to, you can just add your own progress photo to the guide as well. It's in the guide section inside the Facebook group. Let's go. And then I do knot on the last stitch. So we have the first unit here, unit 1. Okay. I'll go ahead and bury my thread in the seam allowance. Snip, snip. So it's Amazon Prime Day. Anyone buying something fun that I should be looking out for? And so I'm gonna take the second pair, unit 2. Come here, lay it right sides together. Cause when we're watching a show while sewing, we might end up sewing it like this, or sewing it to here, and then they won't line up, right? Oh no! So we want to make sure, just have it lining up and follow the diagram here. And we'll sew these two together. And Carol is joining us from Virginia, and she's on Facebook. Hello, Carol. I'm gonna go ahead and knot that. Let's see. I'll look up in the comments in a second. Let me just sew this side together too, just so it's done. Let's see here. Oops. Let's see. Keep on going up. And almost done with the seam. See, 1 and a second stitch. I'm gonna wrap the thread around my needle, pull it, and we have a knot. And let's go and bury that in the seam allowance and snip. So now I got 2 of these units, like so. Just like in the drawing here, 1 and 2, right? So now I can come and connect these 2, and it's just one long seam here to here, right? So I just want to make sure these are lined up. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start in the corner because I want to make sure that the corners are aligned. And this one right there. This is particularly important when you're fussy cutting and you have some design that you need to, let's say stripes or dots or some type of motif that you want to line up. Then you want to go from the intersection out. That way you can come back and double check just by opening up your pieces and saying, they're lining up. And if they're not lining up, you don't have to redo a whole long seam, right? Let's keep on going. And we're almost here. And wrap that around, pull it through. So now I just got this section to sew. I can come back into it, or I can just leave this and continue. Let's say I have this section done too, and just come and sew these and come back and sew this seam later. All right, so the other way you can do it, let's go ahead, do the opposite side differently. And Elizabeth's joining us from Oak, Florida. And Kelly got some nail polish stuff. Most of the things I was looking to see on sale were not, sadly. Oh, bummer. I actually looked at earplugs to like dampen sound. Cause I don't know, I guess I can't stand hearing the ticking of the alarm clock. Oh, it just bugs the bonkers out of me. So I'm like, maybe I should wear earplugs while sleeping so I can't hear it. So that's an option, right? Or just to like reduce like surrounding noise. But it doesn't block all the sound. It just dampens it. I don't know. I'm gonna read some reviews, see what people say. And keep on going. And when I'm at the last stitch, I'm gonna take one more stitch again, wrap the thread around my needle, hold the wrapped part and pull my needle through and got a knot. So now they're secure. And then I'm just gonna keep the thread connected. See how I'm not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna let it carry over. Like so. Put those together. I'm not gonna bother cutting it. But just make sure you don't pull it too hard so your papers don't bend. Let me go ahead and secure that again. And at this point, you could go ahead and cut it if you want, or just leave it connected. And then we keep on sewing. Oops, let's see. There we go. And I'll just keep on sewing across. And once again, 2 stitches and wrap to knot it. Oops, I pulled so hard I broke my thread. There we go. So we got this section here, these 3. And now, let me get a new piece of thread. So I broke mine. Let's see. Go thread that real quick. See. Put a little knot on the end. And now I'll have the 3 pieces here sewn together. So remember, these are 2 different ways you can assemble these units. And now I just come in with the square. And if it's not a fussy cut fabric in the square, I can just go boom, 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 like zigzag, zigzag, right? So I'm just going to start here. Oops. I don't think my knot was big enough, so I just pulled it through. Oh, and someone was inside the EPP society asking, is it normal or like what to do when your hands start cramping because you got that death grip on your EPP pieces and your needles. Like, do not take my EPP project away from me. You're not getting it, right? So this death grip, I don't know why we all do it. I think it's very common among all of us EPPers or any type of hand sewing project, right? I know my hand starts holding onto things harder and harder, and then after you end up like with this claw hands, like and it's stuck and it hurts. So just try to remind yourself, do a little stretching exercise, stretch, contract, just to loosen up those hand muscles, and do a little jazz hand, shake it, and then just to loosen it up a little bit, and then remind yourself you just need to hold on to your project lightly. No one's gonna take it away from you. You don't need to have that grip on it, okay? So I still have to remind myself too. And I noticed that I start holding on to my things harder when I'm about to finish like the last few seams on a project, or I'm on a tight deadline, and then it's like I gotta hold it harder and then it'll somehow magically go faster. But no, it just usually ends up with hand cramps, and that's no good. So try to remind yourself, oh, I'm kind of holding on to it hard. Let's relax a little bit, do a little stretch, a little bit of jazz hands, and then go back to sewing. Oh, I just saw Zaza. Hello. So glad you're here. I was like, oh no, Zaza forgot about us today. Dang it. Let's see here. And I keep on sewing. I'm in the corner. Remember, anytime the seam there's an intersection or junction, I like to do double stitch and knot. Okay, it's just in case. Yeah, thread breakage in between your seams somewhere, then the whole long seam doesn't unravel. So now this seam is done, and I can just go ahead and flip it. And this is where your paper's gonna bend. Do not try to like maintain this paper shape. When you fold it over to sew the next seam, line it up, and just fold the paper. It's just cardstock, right? Let's make it easier for your hands. No need to try to keep the paper in pristine shape. We want to keep our hands as comfortable and relaxed as possible. So just give the paper a fold, a little bend right there. And you can always press it out with the hot iron later, so you're A-okay. Again, 2 stitches, wrap the thread around the needle, knot it, and now I can go on my merry way of sewing up this side as well. Let's sew. I've been drinking an insane amount of iced coffee with the heat wave here in California. And it's so terrible, but I'm so hooked on it. Any other iced coffee lovers here? Or iced tea, perhaps? Or so it would be hot coffee or hot tea for our friends that are enjoying a nice cool winter right now. Let's see here. And once I get to the end of this seam again, 2 stitches, and then the second stitch I'm going to knot it. Oops. Here too, you have all these extra seam allowance. No need to go through all of it. If your needle can kind of like go in between, behind, so you don't have to sew through 8 layers. That doesn't make any sense. We just want to go through the 2 layers here. So you can fold away the seam allowance if you need to, and just go through the actual pieces here. There we go. Because that's a lot of fabric to go through. And do a second stitch. And again, wrap my thread around the needle and pull it through. And then I got the first square done. Ta-da! And again, I'm not going to cut my thread. It's still connected right there. I should start using like a different colored thread, I realized. Okay, so that shows better. But you know, you see the thread here, right? Across my finger. Just gonna grab another square, line it up. Beautiful. That's where it's gonna go. Yes, I like it. And my thread's right there. And again, we want to do one stitch, and on the second stitch, wrap your thread around the needle, pull it through, and you got a knot to secure it. So it's not going anywhere. And now you can keep on sewing. Let me go ahead and attach this one while we're at it. Let's see. So clearly this is not the color I'm going to use for these pieces, but I thought it would be a nice contrast and easy to make out. This is not so pretty. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Let's see here. Oops. Let me back up. If you feel the resistance of the paper, then just back the needle out and do it over. No need to force it through the cardstock because you'll feel it. There we go. You should slide through fairly smoothly if you're just going through the fabric. You might go slightly over the paper and feel a little bit resistance. That's okay. But if your needle goes boink and like big stop, then yeah, just back it back out and start sewing over. All right. So there we got that piece. So those are your two different ways that you can put your these units together. Remember, we have 4 of these units for this one Lucy Boston block, right? Okay, let me see if we have any questions. Let me scroll back up. Oh, we have Sabo Juliana joining us from Germany on Facebook. Hello. Let's see here. Let me make sure I like your ladies' comments so I know I've seen you. And then let's see here on YouTube, what's going on? Let me back up a little bit in the comments. And we can do this. You can see my face again. Let's see here. And Laura says, thanks for the tip, Elise. My chalk is powdery as it was all over my fingers. Oh, okay, yeah, then you'll have slightly less problem than the waxy type. It's like, like why won't it come out? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Kathy's joining us today too. Hello. Hello again from Buckley, Washington. I still enjoy just logging in to listen while running around working on other things. I know this is your busy time, isn't it? So we're just glad that you're here with us. Yay! And Kim says, I haven't started anything because I'm working on grandmother's flower garden. Oh, yes. Totally understand. And Susan's going on vacation to DC tomorrow. EPP's packed and ready to go. Yay! So exciting. Oh, which EPP did you pack, Susan, to take with you? Let's see here. And Julie says, I sewed the 3 honeycombs, added my squares. Yeah, so I mean, totally different depending on how your brain processes things and what you're comfortable with. So in that order, right? But these are just some couple of options for you to take into consideration and try out and see what you like better. Kathy, I totally agree. Everyone's blocks are super gorgeous. Yes, yes. And kind of makes me want to buy more fabric. No. Let's see. Barbara, I'm back. Had to step away for a phone call. Oh, we're glad you're back. Let's see here. Any comments, questions? Tony, hello. Let's see here. Oh, so Vita says both headphones are good. They will block everything or just deaden the sound. Oh, nice. That's good to know. A tornado was about a mile from us. Grateful for the sun. Oh my gosh, Tony, I'm glad you're safe. Tornadoes and hurricanes, like craziness going around, right? Let's see here. So Tammy asks, oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. No, boom. You won't let me share? There we go. Tammy asks, what thread weight do you recommend? Any particular brand? All cotton? Yes, I'm so glad you asked. So I like this brand a lot. You can see I like it because I got a big honking cone. So it's actually 100% polyester thread, And as you can see, it's called Superior Threads Bottom Line, and it's a 60 weight. So it's very, very fine. You can see how thin it is, right? Oops, let me hold one strand. And there we go, right there. And you get 3,000 yards in this big spool. And the color I like is number 624, called Natural White. So, but if you do not like polyester thread, the other thread I like is just Orifil cotton thread in white too. And that one is 50 weight and it's 100% cotton. Let me show you the different thicknesses of the threads. So the polyester is on the left and the cotton 50 weight is on the right. So you see can you see? Let me hold. Oh, there we go. Oh, my hands got so tanned from walking in the sun so much. There we go. Oops. So 50 weight on the right and 60 weight polyester on the left. So majority time I just use white color thread because it don't stitches showing a little bit. I don't mind it, but you can go ahead and color match your threads too. And both of these companies, they have lots of colored threads, not colored colors. And Gutermann has lots of colored thread as well that you can use. So if you're in a country or location where it's hard to find Orifil thread, then yeah, I would definitely use Gutermann. Gutermann was the only thread I used as making garments. So Orifil was introduced to me as I started doing hand piecing and quilting. So it's definitely personal preference. I know some of our members, they prefer to use silk thread for their EPP. It's even finer than this polyester thread. I've yet to try it, but I hear good things. Just that it's slippery and it'll just slide out of your needle, right? So that's the only thing to watch out for. But I think best way to kind of find out what kind of thread or needle or even sewing order you like is by trying it. Let's see here. Let's see. And if you asked in the group too, in the EPP Society, everyone will get you'll get like 500 opinions. Everyone has their own favorite. Let's see here. uh, let's see. Oh yes, Katrine says cold watermelon is great in the heat. Got two yesterday. Woo, kind of excited, just waiting for them to be cold. Can't wait. I think I could live on watermelon during hot summer days. Yeah, love iced coffee with vanilla creamer. Ooh, yum yum. What? Saza? I don't like cold coffee. I almost fell off my chair. What is going on? I do not like cold coffee. Well, come to California in the heat and you'll like cold coffee. Let's see. Robin says Sasa and my daughter and family are in Edinburgh right now. Heading to Inverness. Oh my gosh, how exciting. They're so close by, Robin. Ooh, Sasa says just 40 minutes away from me. That's just bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers. And if you guys didn't know, Kathy does a lot of shows, and so she's got 3 shows and a film shoot in 2 weeks. Film shoot? Do tell us more. What is going on? Exciting. Let's see. Oh, it's Ruth. Okay, Ruth Richards. If you're using 1-inch shapes, what is the finished size of the block? Ah, I'm glad you asked. Hold on, let me see. I know I saved it as a Illustrator file. Let me see. Let me open that up real quick. Give me 1 second. Why is my Illustrator closed? Hold on. Let my computer open it up here. And I can tell you. I'll add it to my blog too, so you guys will have it there. Is it this one? I think it's that one. Let's see. I have all these finished sizes for the blocks. No, it was not that one. Let me open a recent. Which one is this? Nope. Hold on 1 second. I can share that with you. We're on bloody file open. It's always when you're wanting something. Let's see. Boston. Swallow. Did I add you in there? Let's see here. Where's my Illustrator file? I know I had it. Is this one? Nope, that one's already open. Oh, I had to shut down and turn my computer back on because it started to lag. Let's see. And I know I put that whole layout to share with you guys. Hold on. Bloody hell, where did it go? Let's see here. If I can't find it in like in next minute or so, I'll just post it on my blog instead. So I don't waste your time here. Let's see. Maybe it's under bum bum bum. Maybe it's under there. Hold on. Sometimes the logic of my brain, I don't understand it. Here we go. Oh no. No, you're not it. Okay, one more file for me to check. And if it's not that one, then I'll share it to my blog post for you. Should be my recent history, but for some reason, no, it disappeared. It's in an untitled file. Nope. Okay. It is hiding from me right now, but I have all the finished block dimensions that I laid out for you, so I'll share that to my blog after the live. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so Ruth, look out for my blog after by this afternoon, and my blog is where you can find my blog here. It's my name. Whoops. Ding. There you go. So let me share that to. Oh, Wendy's joining us from Bakersfield, and Anne's joining us from Norway. Hello. And Pam's from West Virginia, and Tulay from Turkey. And who else do we have here? Karen's favorite thread. She's on Facebook. Superior Threads. So fine. Number 50-3, color 504 for all my hand stitching. Oh, love that. And Melissa's joining us from Ohio. Oh, Carol Ann. Holy moly, it's 5:30 a.m. Wednesday in Australia. Oh, that is early. You are a morning bird. And Judith is joining us from Central California. So this is the link to my blog for our Facebook friends too. And I'll put the finished block dimensions up on the blog for you guys. For some reason I had the file ready and then I had to shut my computer and restart it, and now it's hiding. I'll have to dig it out. Let's see here. Oh, never heard about grilling watermelon. Ooh, interesting. I will try that. What? Kathy's an extra in the studio in the film shoot? The Death of Snow White. Get out! But it's with my whole period booth and costume and bringing sheep for a Renaissance fair scene. I want to bring some EPP to work on. Oh my god, you have to tell us when it comes out so we can look for you in the movie. Oh, that is so fun. Congratulations. Oh, we know a movie star, guys. Let's see. So we have lots of folks sharing about their thread choices. Love that. And Quilty Nana says, I just saw the edge paper pieces in your Etsy shop. Wonderful. Yes. If you what's happened here? If you head to my Etsy shop too, I sent a couple emails just to let you know these edge looking the odd pieces here. Let me highlight those. These are the odd bits. This one. This one. Oh, this is so Zaza, don't pick on my coloring, okay? So these are the odd pieces that you can just get by themselves without the honeycombs and the squares in the shop too now. So for next week, the homework, it seems like everyone's gonna be pretty okay sewing these together. So next week's homework, let me do my beautiful art project here again. We got 4 units here. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are identical. And if you don't have the edge pieces, don't worry about it. What you want to do is just make 2 honeycombs here. Oh, good Lord. Let me be able to draw that. There we go. So let's see. So basically you have honeycomb sitting on these. Those are the filler shapes. Same here. Another honeycomb. Oh, maybe I should have like drawn this out ahead of time, so you don't have to watch my artistic skills. Good thing for Adobe Illustrator. So this is a honeycomb right there. And this is 2 honeycombs. Let's see. How do I draw this angle? Ah! There we go. Roughly like so. Okay. So if you don't have the edge pieces, don't worry about it. But what we're going to do for next week is 4 of these units. Maybe I can keep this here. I'll color this one so you can see. Let's see what you'll need for next week. So this is just a quick coloring job so you can see this unit. So these are big. Lots of pieces, but we only have a lot of pieces because of all these squares, right? But the squares come together fairly quick. And here you got the honeycombs as well. Oops. Coming up here. The same as these shapes right there. Okay. So you're going to need, let me give you the cheat sheet for how many honeycombs and squares you'll need. You will need 12 honeycombs and 16 squares. So 12 honeycombs and 16 squares for these units. And you need 4 of them for the 4 corners here. And the squares, you can experiment with the squares. You can do them all individual as the 16 squares here. Sometimes I like to just tape together 4 paper pieces to make the center square a big square. And then I'll do the surrounding squares individually like so. And you could even tape these together to make a rectangle. So there's lots of ways that you can play with this, but you don't have to cut the individual squares. So you can do the big square and the long rectangles to combine, or just do 16 squares. So you have options. But we need 4 of these units for next week, and they're going to go in the corners. And so if you don't have the edge pieces, so you're just going to fill it in with honeycombs instead, okay? These you don't have to do. Just do the 4 units, and you're going to have some extra honeycombs that we will come and fill in afterwards. Let's see. See if you have any questions. Hope that makes sense. Let me see. That's a C- this week for my coloring skills. Jeez, Louise. Except, well, I'll take it. It's okay. Let's see. And Carol Ann says, I watched a video of how to do the shapes for the Cricut. I'm getting Cricut Maker 3 in November. I have Brother Scan and Cut. Oh, so you got both, Carol Ann. So you can crank it out on two machines. Love it. Woohoo. Let's see here. Any questions on YouTube, Ed? Let's see. Let me scroll up. Make sure if I missed your question, please go ahead and I don't mind you putting it again, so that I can come back and answer it. Let's see. Drawing is a B plus. Okay. It's hard to draw on command, you know. It's like, oh, let me okay. But yes, so if you don't have those edge pieces, don't worry about it. Just fill them in with the honeycombs like I showed you here. Honeycomb, honeycomb. So 16 honeycombs, and I can show you here, so it might be easier. So what we've done so far is this center unit. That's what we've done. And then we worked on these today. This was the homework for today. I'm having 4 of these units. And for next week, it'll be having 4 of these units ready. Basted and ready. So remember, you can do the 4 center squares. You can just tape 4 paper pieces together and make it into one big square if you want. and tape 2 squares together and make it into a rectangle if you don't want to do the 16 squares, right? That's a lot of, uh, 12 squares. Where did I get 16? Thank you, Vida. Oh, did I flip it? 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, it is 12. Hold on. Let me change that. Where did I get 16 squares from? Good, good catch. Okay, so 12 squares and 12 honeycombs. Do as I say. No, do as I do. Not as I say. Okay? Do as Vida says. Ah! So 12 squares, and you can turn the 4 center squares into one big square. Just tape your what I don't use Scotch tape. Use something like what's that what's the other tape called? The one that's repositionable. Hello, what's the other tape called? The one with the pretty designs that you can take off. Now I can't remember it. Oh my god. Repositionable tape. Something that won't stick your paper terribly. I would use those if you want to combine 4 squares into like one. What is that tape called? Good lord. No, I can't remember it. Yes, Julie. Thank you. Thank you, Vida, for catching that. Wait, 4x4? No, these are just 12. I don't know where I got 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. Painter's tape. Oh, washi tape. Yes. Thank you, Nancy. And Katrina says washi tape. Yes. Washi tape. Washi tape. Clearly, washi tape escaped my mind. So like I was saying, you can use washi tape to combine 4 squares in the center and make it into one big one. Or if you even want to combine 2 squares here and make it into a rectangle. So use washi tape just to connect the paper templates into one. And that way you can make it different design. So you don't have to make 12 squares in the center of your 12 honeycombs. And do not look at the 16. It's not existing. Clearly, my math is bonkers. Okay, I can't count today. Let's see. Washi tape. Yes, Lori got it right. And Kathy says washi tape or painter's tape. Yes, painter's tape works well too. Thank you, Barbara. Let's see here. So for next week, homework is to make 4 of these units times 4. And then, so that's why if you don't have the edge pieces, don't worry about it. But if you do have the edge pieces, let me share this. Hold on. Let me count before I show it. Hold on. Let's see here. How many squares? Oh, let me correct that one here too. Dang it. 12 squares. Everything's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. So if you do have the edge shapes, there we go. Where's my beautiful coloring page? So if you do have these edge templates, this one, honeycomb edge 3, honeycomb edge 2, and honeycomb edge 1, then what you have for homework for next week is making 4 of these units right there. This is only if you have the edge pieces, and if you don't have the edge pieces, just make 4 of these units. Okay. Let's just say math was not my forte. Okay. Yes, 4 center blocks and 4 blocks. Yes. Nancy says, silly Elise. Yes. Well, this is what makes it fun, right? It's live. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So 4 of these units if you don't have the edge templates, and 4 of these units if you do have the edge templates. See how they look slightly different? Okay. So either way, you're fine if you do have or don't have the edge templates. Let's see here. Oh, yes. And let me share. I'm going to put that as homework for me. Oops. Where did we go? There we go. So when we're talking about the edge templates, this is what we mean. There are new listings up in the Etsy shop where you can just get the edge papers if you don't want to fiddle with having to figure out where to trim and whatnot. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. And here you can see the edge templates. They're also available in all the sizes: 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and 2 inches, right? So if you click on this, let's go with the 1 inch. I think it's been the most popular, and it shows you the 3 edge templates: honeycomb edge 1, honeycomb edge 2, and honeycomb edge 3 variations. And you can choose from paper packs, just the acrylic templates in the 1/4 or 3/8 of it seam allowance. Okay, so you got those, so you don't need to get the honeycombs and squares if you already have a whole bunch in your stash. So those are your options for you there. And let's see, do we have any questions? And you can find those here. Let me come back, and this is the link to my Etsy shop right there. Please.live/Etsy. That's where you'll find these. And 12 squares, not 16. Okay. Let's see here. Do I miss any questions? Everybody okay? Oh, Nancy, thank you so much. Nancy says you need a beverage. Yes, I think I need a little more caffeine today so I can count better. I did better in uh uh humanities than in the science section. Well, because of math. I would have gone for biochemistry, biology major had it not been for calculus. Oh, me and calculus just did not go together. So I actually switched to English major and then ended up with a sociology degree. But I did study psychology too. And I think laughter is good for everyone, right? That's good psychology. So I'm just trying to put some comedy into our Tuesday lives here. Let's see here. Any questions? And let's see our Facebook friends. If our Facebook friends have any questions. Beth says, "Thank you, Lise. Enjoy your live sessions." Ah, thank you. And Betsy got painter's tape, washi tape. Tina says washi tape too. Yes. You'll notice during lives when you're on the spot, you'll forget words. So then you have to ask everyone that's participating, what's this called? And it's by some magic, there's this telepathy, like beep, 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 and you guys know what I'm talking about. So as long as we all know, we're okay. All right, let's see. I think we're good on questions. Yes, Kim, the recording will be available right after the live ends. So you're good. If you joined us late, you're totally fine. You can just watch the recording right after I hit end on the live video. And nowadays too, I noticed on Facebook, you can actually scroll back even as there's a live video going on. You can scroll back to scrub back and just see from the beginning if you want to try to catch up real quick. I don't know if it's doing it on our videos, so I'll check. Let's see here. This is you get an A+ for entertainment. Thank you. I love it. Barbara's cracking up. Saza says the maths my son did on his computing course at uni was crazy, right? Yeah, I think math stopped me from pursuing many careers. Let's see. And bye, Nancy. Zaza says 100% to Hane. Love it. All right. So that is your homework for next week, friends. And please continue sharing your basted pieces, basted blocks, any type of progress photos in the EPP Society. We all like to follow along and go, ooh, ah, and get a little fabric envy and hop off, go do some fabric shopping. And the 4 units for next week. And if you need the edge templates or acrylics, they're in the shop now. If you have any questions, ask them in the Facebook group because we're all a lot of us are participating in the Lucy Boston Sew Along that we're doing here. Or folks have experience doing it, having done it already. So that's a good place to ask. And if you have any questions, you can also message me on my website. There's a little message me bubble in the bottom right. Just click on that. It'll send me an email, and that way I'll see it. Facebook direct messages, hit or miss. Sometimes some of them go to my spam folder, and then I have to go remind myself to go look there. So if you don't hear from me for in 24 to 48 hours, send me an email. That way it'll show up in my inbox. Okay, I think that's it. And so I will see you all next week, same time, same place, and stay cool, friends, or stay warm. Bye.